Welcome back to the Ross Bolen podcast. I am your host, Ross Bolen, here as always with your beloved co-host, Jared Borislow, J-Bone. I hope the weekend treated you well, my friend.
It did. It was a nice little holiday weekend.
Little Easter holiday, huh?
Mm-hmm. I went out for a dim sum brunch. You ever been to a dim sum brunch?
You were celebrating, huh?
Mm-hmm. With some friends.
Okay.
Now
Easter is a non-denominational holiday now, I might add. In its entirety, I believe. It has crossed the barrier. That doesn't happen with every Christian holiday. It doesn't happen with every Jewish holiday.
What makes you think that?
Well, you were celebrating Easter.
I'm half Jewish and half Catholic. I was baptized Catholic.
Well, I think what I'm saying is it's not just you, Jared. There are a lot of people who celebrate Easter weekend as a holiday weekend, regardless of their religion.
You could argue that it's very Jewish of me to get Asian food on Easter.
I think that's Christmas.
It's all of them.
What are you supposed to eat on Easter?
Ham?
Yeah, fucking ham. Why is that all the whites can come up with the religious shit? I don't understand that. Ham? Here's some ham. Yeah. Why is this a special meat? If they said, here's a filet mignon, I'd be like, God damn, this is one hell of a holiday. Every Christmas, Easter, they bust out the ham for Jesus. And I'm just like, I don't know. I feel like he's got to be a little put off by that, right?
Yeah.
Ham.
He can't like that. He's Jewish. He can't even
celebrate.
Like Passover.
No, that's my point. He can't.
Yeah.
Especially now, having risen from the dead.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So what's funny is my mom Catholic, my dad Jewish. She made an Easter ham, and he's like, it's Passover. I can't eat the ham.
Damn. Couldn't even indulge in the ham. It's one of those occasions where I wish it was Passover for me, because I did indulge in the ham and it was lacking, as ham always is, because it is ham. Nothing wrong with ham. I just don't understand why it's a celebratory meat. As an everyday meat, ham is phenomenal. I love a good ham sandwich, Jared. But if that's what we're busting out on what are supposed to be some of the most important holidays on our calendar as Christians, then I just don't know where we went wrong.
Mm-hmm. There's a chance Jesus may have risen from the dead, looked down at the ham and been like, send me back, fam.
You guys got to be fucking kidding me. Ham?
Came back for this?
Roll the rock back. Yeah, put me back in. Somebody hit me with a shovel.
It having been Passover, you didn't point at any eggs this past weekend, did you? You're not allowed to point at any eggs.
I actually celebrated Easter last weekend with the toddler and hit eggs. She was with her dad this weekend. So, no, I didn't point at any eggs this weekend. Last weekend, I pointed at one or two, but for the most part, I don't like to give hints. This is a life lesson, the Easter egg hunt. You must find your own eggs, and some of them will be hard to find. Others will be in plain sight. Others will make you have to dig through the muck like the dude escaping from prison in Shawshank Redemption.
That's actually extremely confusing, because I totally forgot about the whole Easter egg hunt thing. There's a whole Passover thing where there's an egg on the Seder. You're not allowed to point at it.
You got a whole different egg?
Yeah.
The Jews?
Yes.
You're kidding me.
There's different egg.
No way.
When I brought that up, I didn't even think about the Easter egg thing. So that's actually awful that they overlap, because you couldn't give hints. It's great, actually.
Is Big Egg behind Easter? Is it the chicken farmers that are behind this? How is it that the Jews and the Christians end up with an egg situation? Do y'all do a bunny? Is there a bunny that makes that egg? Why can't you point at it?
There's a bitter herb.
I have so many questions. Wait, why can't you point at the egg, though? Seriously. By the way, you know how pointing is rude? Maybe that's it. The egg has feelings. But I suck at this. Maybe it was the pandemic, but now when I'm out in public, I'm just like, honey, look at that. And she's like, we're 4 feet. You can't just, what is wrong with you? And I don't see anything wrong with it. If somebody's pointing at me, I assume they're talking about how awesome I am. I just don't get it. But I'm constantly pointing at people, and it's apparently that's not okay.
You can't just
do that.
Point at somebody. They don't know what you're saying.
Why is that offensive?
Because they don't know what you're saying.
Assume the best. It's always the worst, though. I'm never pointing for a good reason. It's always to make fun of somebody, what they're wearing, or to point out their hideous actions, Anyway, back to you, Jared.
Back to you, Jared.
Holy fuck. Please clap.
Please clap.
Wow.
Yep.
He's on his game today, folks.
I'm back, baby.
Holy shit. Consider me shocked. But seriously,
Oh yeah, so this dim sum brunch I was at.
Yeah.
There was like 14 of us, and none of us had ever been to one of these before.
Gemstone?
Dim sum. It's like a bunch of dumplings and little Chinese plates. So
I'm semi-familiar.
We overordered to the point where we were all like, okay, I'm getting full. We asked the waitress, we're like, how much do we have left of what we ordered?
Oh, no.
She goes, a lot. So we all started texting friends in the area, being like, hey, we're going to have a lot of leftover dim sum if you want to come stop by
switch
our
chairs
private
with me.
room at this place. Luckily, we ended up ordering, I think, 47 things.
Oh, my.
For 14 people. Yeah, they were bigger than we expected.
Those places are tough to judge. You never know. Like, some of them, I order so many things, and I'm like, man, I really overdid this. And then each thing is one bite, and I didn't overdo it. And then I'm starving still, and it's just hard to tell, man. Yeah. You never know.
It was tough.
I will add, I went on this note. I went hard last night at Uchiko in North Austin, one of my favorite sushi restaurants, where I ordered a whole bunch of stuff up front, and I was like, that may have been a bit much, and I don't want to be like disgustingly full on Sunday night. And no, I hit the spot just about right. Even got dessert, but that's a tough line to walk. You got to be careful with that shit. Because seriously, you don't consider, like, especially when you're younger, just like eating a ton is kind of fun too, right? There's not really a big consequence to getting too full. Just like, whatever, fuck it, I'll just shit this out. Like, the older you get, like, it's not even just the weight side of it. Like, that you're inevitably, the next couple of days, you're going to look at yourself in the mirror and be like, now I see it. Son of a bitch. Yeah, it got me.
I've started to pre-Tums when I've eat something real bad.
It's that too. And I know a lot of older dudes that, I mean, not even, when I say older, I mean like post 25.
Yep.
But some, actually, that's not even true. I knew dudes in college who had to Tums up. But that's also because we were binge drinking at a very unsafe level, looking back. But that's neither here nor there. What were we talking? Oh, it's not just the weight gaining side of it, though. It's like that evening, or God forbid it's a lunch, the rest of that day is fucked. Like, I can't really watch a movie when I'm so full that I'm barely awake. Because my body's having to use all the energy and focus to digest what I just put into it. There's nothing left upstairs. Nothing. I'm worthless. When both really, really hungry and really, really full. Both ends of that spectrum make my mind toast.
Interesting.
Sucks.
So you need to be in a good state of equilibrium.
You want to stay in the middle with all things, Jared. Balance. It's the key to life.
You ever considered carrying around a sack of crackers with you and just eating one cracker every 30 minutes so you're never hungry?
No, but I know a lot of snackers that pull off shit. Like, Dylan's a snacker. Our friend Dylan. Big snacker.
He did like to snack a lot.
Guy likes to snack. I can't really do it. I don't enjoy snacking all day.
I am snacking.
I do enjoy that TikTok. All-time GOAT.
Cheetos chicken ramen.
One of the best. Anyway, well, I hope you enjoyed the part of your meal that was, satisfying. Before you got too full.
I was one of the only people who never stopped eating the entire time through. I may have slowed down and had less on my plate, but I kept going because I looked around. I actually gave a pep talk at one point to everybody. I was like, guys, we have 15 more things. On average, there's only 3 pieces on each plate.
We can do this.
That's only 45 things. If we each eat 3 more things, we're done. We're good.
It's like trying to get to the end of a workout. Like, all right, just one more round. Yep. I can fucking do this. Except it's food. It still happens, though. It still happens. Jared, I installed a metal basketball net on our Bolen media hoop in the driveway, like a street-style, metal net. Not that you'll ever take a single shot on it, you disc golfing clown boy. But the point is this. There is perhaps no sweeter sound in sports than a swish on an old-school street-style hoop. And it is similar to that of making a shot in disc golf.
Great point.
It's almost the exact same sound. So I went out there earlier and I put up the net. And it was one of the first things I noticed when I took a shot. But I know for a fact that it's one of the sweetest sounds in sports because when I was out there making it rain this morning, just super wet with it, yak, draining free throw distance jump shots like the backup middle school point guard I am, it took me back to my childhood too. First, J-Bone and disc golf. Second, my childhood, because I had a metal net in the driveway hoop as a kid. Because then, just like now, I spit too much hot fire and shred the regular twine net. I don't know if you noticed in the driveway coming up the last few weeks, but that thing was like hanging on for dear life. Mostly because it was old. And the weather. It's an outdoor basketball hoop. The twine net doesn't hold up long term. You know what I'm saying? You got to go metal. It's essential.
So you like the clang better than the swish?
It's not even a clang. It's like this delicious fucking chain orgasm. I don't know, but you got to have something more substantial to handle me, the schwack god, as a net, and the twine just wasn't cutting it.
Nobody calls you the schwack guy.
Everybody calls me that. And speaking of basketball and me being a hooper, no word yet from Senator Ted Cruz's camp about my one-on-one charity challenge. I don't know, maybe he only plays people he knows he can beat, like Jimmy Kimmel's sad ass, but also maybe just Ted knows I'd put so many buckets in his eye he'd never be taken seriously again. Who knows, Jared? All I know is I'm in the driveway, putting in work, day in, day out, playing around the world, solo, hitting from every angle, just like in the bedroom, unlike Ted. Moving on. I found a tweet, actually it was sent to me by my buddy Eric, shouts to Eric, who sent me a tweet this morning, that may be the funniest real estate posting I've seen in a very long time. Are you familiar with Zillow Gone Wild?
No.
All right, well, they just take really funny real estate postings from Zillow, and they put them on Twitter, at Zillow Gone Wild, and then they pick apart the photos from the listings a lot of the time is what ends up happening. So this one is a $420,000 house in Onalaska, Wisconsin?
Onalaska, I've been there.
Okay.
I went and got some food and drink at a Quick Trip
and
in Onalaska.
It says, this is a good example of what happens when your Michael's obsession goes one sign too far. Pull it up on your phone, Jared, so you can look at some of these. Okay. So at first glance, you're just kind of like, yeah, obviously this is kind of tackily, staged home here. The first picture has a sign that says welcome. The word welcome is on the wall. And then in the second one, it says this kitchen is for dancing. There's a sign in the kitchen that says that. And then in the third photo is the bedroom. And above the bed, there's just a Michael's or Hobby Lobby style sign that says, welcome to Pound Town.
Yep.
And it's just in this very otherwise classically decorated cheese dick bedroom. It just says, welcome to Pound Town. And they actually left that on their Zillow listing.
Do you think the person who staged this home was just some old woman who had no idea what that meant?
Or is this home not staged and those people were just like, fuck it, leave it up. Somebody horny will buy this home. It's got to be one of the two.
I also don't understand how this home, this looks like a very nice home.
It's a solid house. The house is very in and of itself. I love the house.
But my issue with it is, like I said, I've been to Onalaska. It's a suburb of La Crosse.
Okay.
There's no fucking way this home is $420,000.
Yeah, they put LOL in parentheses next to that tweet.
Well, yeah, even a 420, obviously, the joke. But even if you were taking it for real, there's no way. There's no way.
Oh, they were laughing because of 420,
Yes.
not because that's an outrageous price.
Yes.
Double entendre. The other instructions in the rooms include a playroom for children that just says play in huge, unnecessarily large letters on the wall. Another room says keep exploring. Starbucks on their coffee bar. Stay young and wild as long as you can.
Oh, God.
Is another sign. And then above the pantry in huge letters, it says pantry, which is huge because, And then in the bed, another bedroom, it says, hello, be our guest. This is the guest bedroom, Jared. You can tell by the signage, you see.
Yep.
You can tell by the signage. First off, if I walk into a house and the master bedroom has a sign above it that says, welcome to Pound Town, I think I have to buy that house.
It's a fair point.
Anyway, this got me thinking about the concept of staging your house while attempting to sell it, which to me is one of the most hilarious and sad and weird things that we do as human beings. Frankly, I'm an incredible interior designer, better than most for sure. Probably the same level of interior designer as I am a hooper. And fucking hell, man, I'd honestly almost rather see the human, or the house in its natural state with someone else's shit in it, or just straight up empty, preferably, really, than a house filled with Michaels and Hobby Lobby cheese that makes me want to put a bullet in my skull. Live, laugh, love, bro. Fucking murder me with a knife. Why do so many people own that? Live, laugh, love. And they put it somewhere in their house, and it's just like, I don't know how we can all own that same thing. It's got to be in at least 20 million American homes.
Yeah. Live, laugh, love is the most common phrase you can imagine seeing in any house.
I thought it was just a sorority girl thing when I was in college, and it turns out it's not. It's just a cancer within American society that touches everybody. In fact, let's just make a new rule. No more decorating our domiciles with Hobby Lobby or Michaels or any of the similar stores, World Market, just items that have words on them. No more fucking words.
You're allowed to have 3 words, I think. Instead of live, laugh, love, I think you should be allowed to have sex, spank, suck.
Those are the only 3 words. I just can't. I realize I have family members I'm talking to right now. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of us. A lot of us. And I can only speak for white people. It's a lot of white people. Way too many white people who rely on the same 2-3 fucking stores for their interior decorating. And it's just like, I can't take the words in particular. I can't take it anymore. For the love of Christ, show, don't tell. Like they tell writers, how about instead of putting a giant PEACE above your fireplace, you just make the home peaceful and it will speak for itself. Literally put up nothing before you put up PANTRY above your pantry. That is not decorating. That is lazy, cheesy, tacky commercialism at its worst. And I will burn your house down if you refuse to remove it.
Allegedly.
Buying a cheesy sign from Hobbs Lobs for 25% off doesn't make you quirky, though.
Also, Hobby Lobby's been canceled, I believe.
Just makes you sheeple. I'm sorry, then Michaels. You're just sheeple.
And Tuesday Morning. You got to throw that one in there, too.
Why?
That's very similar. It's the same exact thing.
But Tuesday Morning is a Christian bookstore.
What?
No. Swear to God.
I mean, they sell Christian books for sure, but mostly when I'm there, I see random home goods.
The fact that you're there at all is insane to me.
I went and shopped there we had a company white elephant a few years back.
And maybe it's just the one that I used to go to in Houston that was super Christian, but it definitely, that particular location, it was very religious. You know?
A lot of those places are. Again, that's why Hobby Lobby got canceled. Too religious.
What'd they do?
It was some anti-Semitic thing.
It was anti-Semitic?
I think so. Yeah.
You're kidding me. Hobby Lobby?
Yeah, I just never really got the full scope, but yeah.
I'm going to Google why was Hobby Lobby canceled. Oh my God. The first thing that pops up is the 16 biggest controversies in Hobby Lobby history.
16?
How the frig are there that many? The next thing is Hobby Lobby's 5 biggest controversies in company history. This is...
Anti-Defamation League accepts apology of Hobby Lobby for insensitive remarks of store employee. Huh. He told the store employee, they do not cater to you people.
Yeah, it sounds like they just went a little too hard with the Bible.
Oh, it says, okay.
They had some trans issues, it seems. Mm-hmm. They tried to block trans women from something. I don't know.
A store employee...
They probably donated to bad places, too, I'm guessing.
A store employee in New Jersey reportedly told a Jewish patron the store does not cater to them due to the owner's Christian values.
Oh, that's one employee. I don't know if you can call all of Hobby Lobby anti-Semitic.
But what does that mean, due to the owner's Christian values? The owner's Christian values is to hate Jews?
It just says here, the business, this is Wikipedia, the only source I can actually trust. The business and its owners have been the subject of controversies and scandals, including accusations of anti-Semitism, homophobia, LGBTQ+ discrimination, attempts to evangelize public schools, quote, efforts to deny access to contraceptives for employees, end quote, and discriminative and illegally smuggled artifacts to endanger. I'm not even going to get this. This list is, I mean, come on.
Indiana Jones
what in the
at
hell?
the end?
How canceled can you get? Hobby Lobby? No wonder everything's fucking 30% off all the time. Yeah. Hey, the frames are 50% off again. It's fucking shocking. I love how they're like, do you have a coupon that is 90% off? And I'll be like, nope. And then they'll pull it out and scan it for me. And I'm like, what the fuck is the point of this system?
Yeah.
What are we doing? Just put the price as the low thing. This whole American idea that like, oh, we'll just put everything on sale. I won't even buy shit that's on sale anymore. It's not about saving money or not saving money. I am perfectly fine with buying cheap shit too. It's about the concept of trying to trick me by making everything on fucking sale all the time. Enough with the sales.
You think you're a mark?
Hmm?
Are you a mark? Do they look at you and go, oh, this guy, we're going to fucking get him?
Probably. That fucker at the smoke shop sure did.
Yeah. How's the spinner?
And
grinder?
that's an example. That place, everything was fucking 30% off or something crazy. But it doesn't matter if you mark it all up 30%.
Everything is whatever percent off of whatever price you
just
make
tell
up
me,
it being.
just tell me the fucking price. That's all I want. Just the price. The simple price. Not how high it used to be or how low it might be later. Just the price
Russ,
fuck now.
Look how smart you are for considering buying this because it's 50% off.
It just ends up making me feel like an asshole. Like a stupid asshole when I'm shopping. Because I'm just like, oh. Well, look, honey, these are 40%. Yeah, but it costs them 6 cents to make that.
My favorite thing is when you buy something like a day before something goes on sale, you just hit them up and go, hey, I bought this yesterday. I see it's on sale now. You can either give me the difference or I'm just going to return it and then buy it again. And they go, okay, fine.
Yep. Because it's like, especially in the e-commerce space, this is a problem.
Oh, yeah.
Jared and I have dealt with it quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah. You know who's not terribly overwhelming with their sales? Our next sponsor. Today's episode is also brought to you by Birddogs, and we have a new code. It's Ross. Ross is our code on Birddogs now. Birddogs making the most comfortable shorts in the world with the built-in underwear you know and love for living life and making love. It's like, why wear shorts with underwear when you can wear even better shorts with built-in underwear, thus creating less laundry, thus saving the planet, thus making you a hero who's also better looking and more comfortable. Birddogs, bitch. Get some and put them on. The spring is here. This is it. It's the Birddog season, Jared. Summer is also the Birddog season. The Birddog seasons, I should say, are upon us. They make pants as well, by the way. Pants are awesome, but the shorts, especially for, doing literally anything in the spring and summer, they're perfect because they're so breathable, so comfortable.
And you can swim in them.
And you can swim in them. They dry off faster than a bathing suit.
Go on a hike to a swimming hole, wear them there, wear them in, wear them back, wear them home, take them off, put them on my head, smell myself.
You're a never nude, so you actually don't take them off ever.
It's true.
Ever. Like Tobias in Arrested Development had cut off jean shorts. Jared has Birddogs.
It's true.
Yep.
I'm wearing them under my pants right now.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that at all. But
they're actually what I understand to be the official company of Never Nudes.
Wow. Is that so?
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense because it's the most comfortable option you could pick. If you are a never nude and you're listening, I couldn't more highly suggest Birddogs as your garment to protect yourself with your condition. What's more, for being an RBP listener, when you use the code ROSS at checkout on birddogs.com, Birddogs is giving away Birddogs dad hats with every order. They're navy hat with the Birddog symbol right in the middle, pretty small and classy like. They're beautiful.
I
Great
love
hats.
dad hats. Dad hats are my favorites because...
You're wearing one right now.
Because I'm trying not to be a dad, and I'm manifesting that by wearing dad hats.
You're trying to reverse psychology your testicles out of producing
yes.
Too much sperm so that you don't have a child. Yeah, I get that. That makes sense. You got to reverse psychology your body sometimes, Jared. And you got to use code ROSS when you check out on birddogs.com to get that free Birddogs dad hat with every order placed. Code ROSS, birddogs.com. Got some insane headlines of the day. The first is an update on a story we recently discussed. I can't remember if it was on Patreon or the regular show, but here's your headline. Teen chains herself to basketball goal during Grizzlies game.
We talked about this as a better option to the glue, and they listened.
What is happening, though? Why is this escalating? I'm getting a little worried because... Look, okay, I'll just read the story first. The Memphis Police Department arrested a teenager over the weekend after she chained herself to a basketball goal on April 16th at FedEx Forum. Off-duty security said they saw Zoe Rosenberg, 19, walk onto the basketball court during the game and throw political flyers on the floor, causing the game to be stopped. Rosenberg then placed a yellow chain around her neck and body and chained herself to the goal, police said. She was removed from the court and arrested. In an interview, Rosenberg explained that she was protesting the owner of the Timberwolves for alleged actions he has taken against animals. Quote, I am sorry if anyone in Memphis felt disrespected, she said. She told Fox 13 in an interview that she has been arrested 2 previous times for protesting games that had a tie to animal cruelty. Once was at a Dodgers game and another at an NCAA national championship game. So she gets after it. But yeah, like, hey, security, like, what the fuck, man? How is it that this many This is 2 games and 2 instances of somebody getting onto the court for long enough to, 1, glue themselves to the court, and then 2, chain themselves physically to the fucking goal? Did they have to get out bolt cutters to free this woman? What is the next thing that happens? She didn't even have a courtside ticket, Jared. She gained access to the courtside area without a courtside ticket and then stormed the court and threw political flyers everywhere and chained herself to the goal. But again, you got to hand it to these animal rights activists. I mean, they're putting in work right now.
Yeah, this is escalating, though. What's next?
It scares me. I'm worried.
That's what I'm saying.
One of them is good. What's the opposite of keeping chickens safe? They're going to do that mid-court.
Kill the chickens?
I don't know. I mean, no, but they want to keep the chickens safe, I think. There's cruelty to chickens being done in some capacity that they're upset about.
Maybe they'll have a chicken
by the owner
kill
of the
one
team.
of them.
Maybe they bring in, like in Mutant Ninja Turtles, how they gave like those 2 animals some of the ooze and they got real big, similar to the turtles. It'd be like maybe they do that with the chicken and the chicken goes on a rampage in the middle of the stadium and commits a bunch of murders. Yeah.
Maybe one of them self-immolates on the court.
Holy shit.
I know, that'd be so fucked.
That'd be sexy. What?
What if it's at a Miami Heat game? Fuck, hold on.
Do it. Yes. Love it. Anyway, it's escalating. Please get better security at your stadium, Memphis. What the hell is wrong with you people? Jesus, it's not that hard. It's not that hard. I remember what security looked like at NBA games after Malice at the Palace. Nobody was going near an NBA court for that few seasons after that. Now, shit's clearly gotten too lax. We need to step it up. People are chaining themselves. I'm not joking. If I'm an NBA athlete at this point, I am complaining. Like, I know how crazy people are. And there's like, 50,000 of them here watching? And you guys can't even keep people from chaining themselves to the fucking goal and gluing themselves to the floor? Somebody's going to come out here and try to have sex with me.
They might need to put up the slam ball plexiglass border around the court soon. Remember that? That was sick.
I just remember this scene. I told you I went and saw that Nolan Ryan documentary. Mm-hmm. The bulk of it was about a love story between him and his wife, Ruth. But there's a scene where he's on the mound and I believe it was when he was on the Mets. And so he's very young, granted. But a topless woman with very large breasts had streaked onto the field, speaking of streakers and game disruptors. And her breasts were bouncing about as she sprinted towards Nolan on the mound. And he dropped to his knees to embrace her. And I was like, well, this is a confusing piece of footage.
Wait, that actually happened?
And it was in the documentary that was largely a story about him and his wife.
Well, you just nestled his face in her breasts?
They didn't let it get that far, but it was coming. I honestly don't know what happened.
Is there video footage?
The video footage cut away in the documentary, which is called Facing Nolan, before the embrace. But you could see it. He drops to his knees and he's like,
facing Nolan.
He's ready for the motorboat.
It sounds like he faced her.
And these things were built for comfort and speed. And he faced her.
Those were facing Nolan.
Coming soon everywhere. Facing Nolan.
Coming soon.
Yeah. Next headline. Tiger Woods irons from Tiger Slam sell for over $5 million in a record-breaking auction. Now, this is a really crazy story because as he was playing in his first tournament in over a year at the Masters, the irons that were used to win the famed Tiger Slam in 2000 and 2001 sold for an insane amount. The Titleist 681T iron set that helped him win 4 straight majors went for a record $5,156,162 at Golden Age auctions. The previous high for a golf memorabilia was Horton Smith's green jacket, which sold for $682,000 in 2013.
I would rather have that.
Yes, green jacket is much doper than some old ass beat to shit fucking Titleist. They do say Tiger on them though, which is cool. Private equity investor Todd Brock was the owner of the clubs, and he put them up for sale at the auction. Okay, so he bought them in 2010 for $57,000 from Titleist Vice President of Player Promotions Steve Mata. Why Steve had them to sell is a very legitimate question. Here's a quote from Brock, and the story has one more twist. I've had them for 12 years now, and I haven't told anybody that I owned them. They were in a really nice frame in my office, and I'm not an investor in memorabilia, so nobody was seeing the irons, Brock said per ESPN. I've had the opportunity to see these for 12 years, and it's like a Rembrandt when somebody takes it to their castle and it's never seen again. I felt blessed that I got to hang out with them and look at them, but it's time for somebody else to do something bigger and better with them. Meaning he probably figured out how much he could get for them.
Fucking Todd Brock, the private equity investor. Nobody deserves this less than Todd Brock, private equity investor.
So the Tiger Slam was him winning the 2001 Masters after he won 3 straight majors in 2000, the U.S. Open, British Open, and PGA Championship. So it wasn't the traditional Grand Slam where you win all 4 majors in a year. That's why it's called the Tiger Slam. It's worth noting that Woods said in 2010 that the irons he used to win those majors were in his garage. And this is the New York Post reporting this, okay? Mata had previously said Woods gave him the irons at the 2001 Buick Classic when he needed to change out the grooves. But Tiger is quoted saying, "He may have my set of irons, but they're not from those tournaments. They're in my garage." Mata, the dude who sold them to private equity investor Todd Brock, who sold them at this auction for a record-breaking price, took a polygraph test in 2010 to prove the club's authenticity, according to ESPN, and Golden Age Auctions reportedly confirmed the authenticity through photo matching. So
I would not.
It makes it sound like Steve Mata stole Tiger's fucking set or switched it and didn't tell him, and this is the legit set, and Tiger is wrong. Or doesn't want to admit that they gave up those clubs because he wishes he had them. I don't know. The whole situation's weird. But who the fuck pays $5 million for a set of irons that the previous owner, the reason you're buying them for that much, doesn't claim?
He's like, yeah, he literally says those are not the ones. And
not from the Tiger Slam, which is the reason they fetch that price.
Yeah, it's kind of. I would not spend $5 million on that.
Hell nah.
That seems controversial.
I feel like Todd Brock got out crazy good here. Bootleg ass Tiger irons, bought them for $57,000, sold them for $5 million. That's a come up.
It's like what's that? 95x on your investment. Todd Brock know a lot about that. Fucking douchebag, probably
Todd
rich
Brock,
as fuck.
fucking math.
What do you think he looks like? I want you to describe. I want to pull a picture.
Okay, you pull up a photo. I'm going to describe him before I've looked at him. Okay, I know exactly what Todd Brock looks like. Okay. Todd Brock is 5'9.5". He weighs 240. He has regular male pattern baldness. He's got the George Costanza. He's got hair on the sides and the back, but nothing up top. And not that there's anything wrong with that. I'm just saying that's what he's got. And his cheeks make you want to kind of want to give him a squeeze. You want to squeeze them because they're ample. And I'm talking about his facial cheeks, not his buttocks. He got a bit of a beard. This guy bought Tiger Woods irons for $57,000. He plays a lot of golf. I'm betting he's drinking a lot on the course. He's got a bit of a beer gut, sizable beer gut, Todd. He looks like your classic American rundown fucking dickhead that's 45.
If this is him, he's not 45. He appears to be in his 60s, but he does have nice big cheeks.
Oh, and his hair is doing better than I thought it would be.
Yeah.
Todd.
He's a silver fox.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. All right, well, there you have it. That's Todd Brock's come-up story and potentially some dude just getting absolutely fucking fleeced. But that's his problem, not ours.
Nope.
Today's episode is also brought to you by Headspace. This is a friendly reminder that anything that costs you your mental health is too expensive. It's time to invest in yourself and finally relieve your ongoing stress, anxiety, and sleeplessness. Learn how to easily improve your mental health and well-being with Headspace. We all say fine when we don't mean it. Fine isn't really an emotion, though, is it? How many times have you told yourself you're fine when you've really felt anger, sadness, or nerves? Headspace is scientifically proven to help you manage your feelings and your mental health. In fact, a recent study proved in just 2 weeks, Headspace can reduce your stress by 14%. Whether you want to relieve stress and anxiety or sleep better or improve your focus, Headspace is your everyday dose of mindfulness for real life. Jared and I have been harping on how much meditation does for us and can do for you for like 1.5 years now. It helps me relax, stay focused and present, prepare for bed. The nighttime meditations are awesome. The benefits are endless, truly. They've got stuff you can do with your kids if you want, midday mini sessions. However you're feeling, try Headspace at headspace.com/Ross, and you'll get 1 month free of their entire mindfulness library. This is the best Headspace offer available. So go to headspace.com/Ross today, headspace.com/Ross.
If you don't believe in mindfulness, meditation,
mindfulness, yeah.
You're about to once you try Headspace.
It's a free month.
Free month, and it turns you into a believer. You may go, that's hogwash. And to that I say, screw you, buddy. It's not. Go check it out.
And the show benefits. You support the show when you go and try for a month free. So you, benefit us. Everybody wins. And that's what we're looking for here at this podcast, win-win situations. Speaking of win-win situations, you know what it turns out a guaranteed win is? Investing in a Chick-fil-A franchise. Holy Mother of God. They released their financials last week, their 2021 financials, okay? Despite being closed every Sunday, that's 52 days less each year. They generate more revenue per location than any restaurant in the world. That's counting Papacitos and all the fucking, I'm trying to think of like chains that people, I don't even know.
That's not a chain, that's a Houston chain.
Yeah, but it's a big-ass chain.
Chili's?
Do we not have them in Austin? No.
Chili's? We have a Papado.
Chili's, that's counting.
Applebee's.
God, these suck. The competition isn't great. Okay, yeah. Maybe that's why, because nobody's been able to master the chain on this size. And that's what we're going to get into. All right, so this tweet from Franchise Wolf on Twitter, at Franchise Wolf, shows that the average sales per franchised restaurant, not located in a mall, those don't count. Average sales per franchised restaurant, 2021, $8,142,257, okay? So the operators of the restaurants don't own equity, but they have a $10,000 admission fee, and for that, they're easily making what this tweeter says is like $350,000 plus a year. So other relevant stats were the average presented was based on 1,836 different locations. 46% of operators did as well or better than $8,142,257. The highest performing Chick-fil-A did $17,153,144 in revenue in 2021.
I would like to know where that is. I would guess like maybe
where the highest performing one was.
I would think like Atlanta, like downtown Atlanta or something, you know, home state.
Is that where it was founded?
Yeah, it was founded in Georgia. It used to be called the Dwarf House.
Georgia.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty wild, though, that, okay, so it turns out the way that their franchises are able to perform so well across the board, though, right? And just, it's like their standards for franchisees are extremely high. Like, you can't just have enough money to go get a Chick-fil-A and go get a Chick-fil-A. It's a pretty extensive process. Like, you have to be passionately invested in Chick-fil-A as a brand and sell them on that and do some type of fucking, filtration process to even get to the point where you can buy one of these things.
You know how I know that's true? Because I know the name of the operator of one of the local Chick-fil-A's because he sends me emails all the time. Like automated emails. His name is Ken Massey. Owns the one at Ben White and 71. I'm always getting emails. Hey, man, come on back in. Give you a free milkshake. I'm like, okay. Thanks, Ken.
These dudes get 60,000 applicants annually for franchising, and they accept roughly 80.
Holy crap.
That's 0.13%. They also limit franchisees to one store only. So you cannot buy a whole bunch of Chick-fil-A's and let it get all out of control because you didn't focus and you Ray Kroc'd your shit.
That's smart.
They require each store to be actively run. The competitive process plus limitations creates an outcome Chick-fil-A wants where only passionate applicants become franchisees. They're armed with a great product. Franchisees trigger a beautiful domino effect that gets customers to come back every time. Passionate franchisees, motivated employees, great customer service, repeat customers. And yeah.
I mean, we do get Chick-fil-A once a week here at Bolen Media.
So they open 100-plus restaurants annually, highest average revenue per location in the world, top satisfaction rating among big brands, third highest total revenue despite thousands less locations. And you and I talked earlier about, religious branded commercial organizations like Hobby Lobby having issues with some cancellation stuff as a result of their actions. Well, Chick-fil-A is one of those that hasn't been without their stains, but seem to have corrected course enough, or at least never did anything bad enough in the eyes of enough Americans that they're not suffering at all. which is wild.
I think it's more so that because that wasn't it the individual actions of the founder, not like the company itself.
Yeah, like the individual actions of the founder are what set the standard for all of this to be the way it is now. And that's the only reason it's possible, because the second you give anybody an opportunity to break away from that, what every other fast food franchise has done is you see the opportunity for big profits and scaling, and you go for that, and you lose quality if you haven't hammered it out and built slowly. And that's what, this tweeter, Franchise Wolf's point is, like, it takes time. Slower, controlled growth isn't sexy, but it will win in the long run, which has always been our motto here at Bolen Media.
It's true. I was saying, so you pointed out that's the one good thing the founder did. I was saying the individual actions of the owner are the stuff that got canceled, not anything that the company did.
Oh, I got you.
But, I mean, clearly the founder had a good business mind, maybe not a very good humanitarian accepting mind.
Yeah. Pretty wild, though. That's a lot of money for Chick-fil-A, bro.
That blows my mind. I had no idea that you can only own one. That's very smart.
Like, because operationally, I don't know if you've ever, Chick-fil-A's kitchen is right, you see it when you're ordering from the inside, right? And it is not huge. It's not this sprawling kitchen like a lot of fast food joints where there's 15 different things going down. There's not that many items on the menu. They're all made in like 3 different stations. It's pretty crazy. It's like, at this point, why the hell did we see a movie on Ray Kroc and the McDonald's thing? Where's the Chick-fil-A movie at, bro?
I mean, the lunch rush at a Chick-fil-A, like, it's so universal.
Crazy.
It's so universal. Every crazy. Chick-fil-A has a line around the fucking building at lunch. Every single day minus Sunday.
Yeah. Yep. And you never have been into a Chick-fil-A and gone, this is the shitty Chick-fil-A. I finally found it. This one sucks. I will say this. Went the other day with the fiancé, and we had, for the first time in my life, a disgruntled Chick-fil-A employee handling our order.
Oh, wow.
She might as well have been like, what the fuck do you want? All right. Yep. Okay, go fuck yourself. Drive along. Like, she was very unhappy and rude. It was amazing. And then the dude in the window was the perfect Chick-fil-A employee, the most stereotypically nice, warm person ever, that it offset her. And it was just a confusing experience.
Was it a long line that day?
Nope.
Okay.
Not when I pulled up.
I was wondering if it was one of those situations where the person that you talk to at the microphone
is just taking a beating.
Or sometimes they're off-site, I believe.
Oh, no, this was somebody standing next to the car, staring into our eyes. And she was having a day.
Was she outside? Was it hot?
Yeah. Nah, it was hot, but fuck, dude, I don't know. It's Texas.
Do you think that
You're working outside,
this disgruntled Chick-fil-A employee you had was still better than the best Popeyes employee you've ever had?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And that's kind of the way you can judge that franchise. It's like, what's like like I'm trying to think of an example that doesn't involve the Astros. Who's just a historically great team? Okay, like the Patriots, right? Like, you could ship a lot of dudes from the Patriots 5 years ago, let's say, to other teams, and they become the best player on that team, right?
Yeah. Because
those teams churn out trash players, and the Patriots do a really good job with recruiting and development. But there's I'm trying to think. There was there's a NBA playoff team that played yesterday that has just been next level with player development that I can't remember off the top. Miami Heat.
Oh, the Heat.
Miami Heat are just notoriously well known. That's a negative connotation, but they're known league-wide at this point for their player development. They're pulling guys out of the G League that are nobodies and turning them into good players. But that has nothing to do with our original conversation.
Like who?
I don't know.
Duncan Robinson?
That's the thing. They're nobodies.
Duncan Robinson.
It's just random motherfuckers that start. I don't even know who that is. Who's Duncan Robinson?
He's that guy who's draining threes.
In their playoff game?
He was on the Michigan National Championship losing team. He's a white guy. He's got a podcast.
No shit.
Yeah.
Everybody has to have a fucking podcast. God.
But his name is Duncan Robinson, which is funny because Tim Duncan and then David Robinson, two of the best Spurs greats.
Yeah. Hakeem Olajuwon schooled them both. Hey, I just have to say, on our way out here, the new Jack Harlow song sampling Fergie is absolutely shit. Listen, somebody on Twitter basically broke down for me how this probably occurred. They were like, look, it caught fire on TikTok, probably wasn't done, and the label just made him put it out. And I'm pretty confident it could be true. I don't know. I don't really care, though. I don't care what happened. That song fucking sucks. I get it. You got to make hits. Jack, got to make hits for the radio, for the TikTokers, to move units and make money. It's your job. Maybe some of the other songs on the album will be more what I'm looking for. But holy God, that is not it. That is not what the TikTok music thing is dangerous, man. It's dangerous. Because 20 seconds ain't a fucking song, bro. That's 20 seconds. That's a jingle. You just made a commercial. I don't know how we're supposed to pretend that this is the exact same. And that's the only thing artists are caring about now. They're just trying to make music for TikTok. And then the songs that do go crazy on TikTok get absolutely destroyed. Because I'm sitting there flipping. It's starting to suck me in a little bit, I'm being honest here. But I'm sitting there flipping through it, J-Bone style, just wasting my life away, looking through TikTok for hours on end. And by the end of the hours, I've heard that one song so many times.
Yep.
G-L-A-M. Fuck, dude. Why? We already did this once when I was a goddamn kid when the goddamn original Fergie song came out and ruined my life for a year. Why the hell are we doing it again? Jack.
Do you like Jack Harlow?
Run home, Jack. Yeah, I really like Jack Harlow. Not as much as I did before I found out that he's as hot as he is with the TikTokers and with the Gen Z Zoomers, but
that's why he is what he is.
I liked
Gen
him.
Z guy.
I liked him because of his music, and now I'm upset by his fans, which isn't fair. But that's also
not
how
fair
it
at
goes.
all.
No, it's not fair. Yes, the answer is yes.
What
I
if
like
people
him.
go, I like Ross, but his fans fucking suck?
Yes, I'm sure there were people who said that at one point in my career. Hopefully, no longer. But I like Jack Harlow, and then Kanye got a hold of him for Donda 2, and then the TikTokers got a hold of him with this glamorous Fergie remix, and I'm just in a bad spot with him at the moment.
I haven't heard the Kanye song with him.
It's fucking garbage. Jack's verse is tight, but that song sucks. So that hurt a little bit too. But yeah, he's great. Jack seems great. Seems like a cool dude, but that song fucking sucks.
I feel like there's another universe where you are Jack Harlow. You got big curly hair. You decided to pursue rapping instead of podcasting.
I mean, he's definitely somebody that I could tell you I would not have a hard time getting along with because he seems like a very funny. His like personality is based on a lot of humor. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe.
What's
Maybe not.
poppin'?
What's poppin'? Fergie. Why, dude? Let the Black Eyed Peas fucking die. Can we just let it stop? Enough. No more Fergie. No more will.i.am. No more Black Eyed Peas. No more Tonight Is Gonna Be a Good Night. It's fucking over. Let's leave it in the 2010s and 20s and move the fuck on to a new fresh day where we don't have to listen to those songs anymore. Please, for the love of God.
Where is the love? And that song was ahead of its time, man.
Yeah, I gotta put together a playlist for my my wedding. That's coming up this week, and I can tell you there will not be a single fucking Black Eyed Peas song on there. So if you were planning on hearing any of that, family, and you're listening, you're not gonna. And if you try to sneak some fucking Black Eyed Peas in, go grab the aux or whatever.
That's what I was gonna do. I was gonna put "Let's Get It Started."
I will set you on fire in front of the rest of the guests. I'm just gonna have to set you on fire.
What's the one you
That's all there is to it.
I got a feeling.
Ooh, that tonight's gonna be a good night. I'm not kidding you, man. It's not really a bit. I heard it so many times coming up through the floorboard of that apartment that it's slightly triggering.
Ba 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 ba.
Can you imagine trying to sleep and you can just hear like the faint sound of like the ooh, that tonight's gonna be a good night, and it's just
and they're just randomly screaming out Jewish shit.
But everybody
Mazel tov.
Yeah, what the fuck? There's so much cultural what's it called? Appropriation going on, seemingly without credit.
Jewish.
Seemingly without credit. And it's the scene though is what it's upsetting because I would be laying there and I'm thinking about it like tonight's gonna be a good night. And the people down there below me, like I've been down there, right? I know what's happening. Nothing good. Nothing good. And when you really like, I've been noticing this on social media more since it's been almost 5 years since I've had a drink of alcohol now. When you really think about what is actually happening inside of a bar that isn't overpopulated enough to look cool. So when it's like sparsely populated bar, it's depressing as fuck. Like it's really sad in there. Like there can just be nothing going. So then there's that song, and it's just such a lie. It's like and I'm not making fun of anybody. I'm putting my hand up and saying I've been there. I was there for a lot of years, a lot of years. I loved the bar. It was my favorite place on earth. I fucking loved it. Like in theory, I still do. It's just that there's nothing to do but in Austin there but drink, and I don't want to drink. So, the shit in there is just because you want to get amped. You're trying to get excited, right? Work sucks. It's the fucking weekend or after hours, and you're trying to have some goddamn fun and enjoy yourself, and it's hard. But that situation really isn't that fun. You're standing in a room and drinking poison. So they have to pump in this fucking music that makes you feel like this is the greatest moment in the history of me.
To tie this all back together, I would say that will.i.am saying tonight's going to be a good night is the equivalent of a peace poster in a house telling you that this house is peaceful.
Right. Like just how show don't tell. How about you make us a song that is tight enough that we get fired up. That's the goal.
The Black Eyed Peas music is the Michaels and Hobby Lobby of the musical world.
The Michaels and Hobby Lobby signage of the musical world, the Black Eyed Peas. It's a great analogy to end the show on, Jared. I can appreciate it. We got a birthday shout out from Mike Bloomberg or Blumberg.
Wait, Michael presidential candidate Michael Bloomberg?
Blumberg, but yeah, close though. So we'll take that as a win. Happy birthday, Mike. Hey, if you want some RBP merch or some Formula Bone merch, some hats, some t-shirts, some, oysters, clams, and cockles, mouse pads. We've got mouse pads. We've got sweatshirts and hoodies and coffee cups and all kinds of good stuff at bolenmedia.com/shop. So go today. And speaking of, for everybody that's on patreon.com/Ross Bolen podcast, you have a 10% off code you can use on bolenmedia.com/shop. For everybody on Patreon, you get ad-free Friday episodes every single week. Jared and I do 2 episodes that are available for everybody here on Spotify or Apple Podcasts or whatever platform you're listening on. But then every Friday, we do 1 episode each week that is ad-free and exclusively available to our supporters on patreon.com/Ross Bolen podcast, pledging a minimum of $5 monthly to help our show grow and our company continue to exist and thrive, hopefully, into the future. So we appreciate everybody who's already there. If you're not there and you like what Jared and I have got going here, if you just laughed during this episode and thought to yourself, that was a fun time, I'd really like to do that once more per week than I currently get to. Hey, guess what? You can on patreon.com/Ross Bolen podcast. And in exchange for supporting the show, not only will you get those ad-free Friday episodes, but also we do a Bolen Media monthly update column, some other columns as well. Sometimes our lawyer and my friend Brandon writes columns, and Cade writes columns, and Jared writes on occasion. Sometimes I'll write something fun on Patreon. So get on there today, patreon.com/Ross Bolen podcast. And mainly, first and foremost, you'll get those ad-free Friday episodes, a 3rd episode every week that you did not know existed, exclusively on Patreon, ad-free, and even more unhinged than the stuff that's here on Spotify and Apple Podcasts and everywhere else. So get on there today.
Imagine thinking you're caught up now on REP after listening to this and having like 140 extra episodes you've never listened to.
Oh, yeah. When you sign up, you get access to the entire backlog of all the episodes you missed. So really, you could go start listening now, and it would take quite a while to get caught up.
Very long time.
Enjoy. Follow us on social media. On TikTok at The Ross Bolen Podcast, where we have surpassed 70,000 followers. On Instagram at The Ross Bolen Podcast. On Twitter at Ross Bolen Pod. You can follow Mr. Borislow at Jared Borislow on Twitter and Instagram. And make sure you listen to the Formula Bone F1 show, wherever you listen to The Ross Bolen Podcast. Jared, of course, is the host of the hottest F1 brand in the world, in my opinion, Formula Bone. Follow Formula Bone everywhere on social as well, at Formula Bone. And, we'll be back on Wednesday with another one of these for you And then on Friday with another episode exclusively on Patreon for supporters in the RBP gang. Until next time, peace be with you and also with you.